Hey guys, it's Cody McKibben, thrillingheroics.com. I just wanted to put out a short message today, talk about something that happened to me last week. I put out a blog on thrillingheroics.com talking about some community building stuff. Recently had a big falling out with a community I was very passionate for. Spent about 3 months of my time really investing myself, promoting kind of the lifestyle, teaming up with some big players in the niche and helping get the word out there about some of their products, their content, and cool members of the community. And unfortunately, things went really sour. We didn't see eye to eye on a lot of the things I talked about in my public statement last Thursday, and ended up getting booted from the forums, shut out from the community. Basically, a really bad situation. So I just wanted to make a video today, get back to you guys about some of the feedback I've had. A really good blogging friend of mine that I've been in touch with since I started blogging 3 years ago, Ben Yoskovitz from standoutjobs.com. He had some really good feedback. He said, that this kind of thing happens a lot more than people realize when it comes to people, fans, giving their free time and getting screwed over in the end. The web really makes it easier to connect with people before you really get a sense for who they truly are, and it makes it a lot easier to turn your back on someone without thinking twice. He also says there's a lot of genuine people out there who really do believe in community building the exact same way that I do, but it's truly a small percentage of people. A lot of the biggest proponents of community building in the right way have very big megaphones, Ben says. So some vocal advocates like Chris Brogan, the Chris Brogans of the world, who make it seem like there's such a huge movement towards things we believe in when really it's just a trickle of people. Some of the things required to build authentic communities, like giving up control, being unselfish, and so on, really aren't built into humans' DNA, he said. So there's really a long way to go to continue to fight the good fight. So some rules I have for you guys. I try to boil this bad experience down into some lessons that we can all take away. Some rules. I think you've got to let your users share in your success. You got to let your users shine. The more rock stars rise up out of your community, the better. Another point is that it should be to create win-win situations when you're partnering up with like-minded people, other bloggers, other entrepreneurs on the web. You really should be going after the goal of creating situations where everyone benefits from the efforts of the team, whatever you're promoting. And lastly, your organization these days, if you get on the web and use social media to promote your company, your philosophy, your content, your products, if you're creating a platform for people to talk about something, you really must be inclusive, open, and free. Unless users are intentionally destructive or threatening others, you cannot be excluding people, you cannot be controlling, because eventually your users will see right through that old way of thinking, and eventually they'll lose their trust. So a few things for other up-and-coming bloggers, for some of the young rock stars that are kind of rising up out of the community real quick here and looking to establish relationships with others, get involved in things with others. I would just say, if you spend your time helping advance someone else's vision, just think real critically before you commit and invest all your time in something for someone else. Make sure that it's a vision that you really truly believe in. I got involved in a community where I sincerely believed in the vision, but unfortunately I completely disagreed with the way that we went about making that vision a reality, and I got burned in the end. For you thought leaders and businesses and A-listers, the big names out there, Kevin Kelly, you can find him at kk.org. He has this idea called 1,000 True Fans, and he describes that as a creator of any type, whether you're an artist, a musician, a performer, a designer, a writer, blogger, author, whatever. If you're a creative type person, you really need only acquire 1,000 die-hard, loyal fans in order to make a living. And those true fans, as he describes them, they're people who will consume and purchase anything and everything that you put out there. If you're a band, they'll drive 200 miles to see you sing. He says. I also like a quote that my friend Dwight Turner from InSearchOfSanook.com recently put out there on Twitter. He said, this is from Colin Powell. He said, as a leader, it's your responsibility to put your followers in the best possible position to succeed. I think all of us, A-listers, big-name bloggers, companies trying to get on and use social media to make their thoughts, their content, their products go viral, you really need to keep this stuff in mind. You absolutely must treat anyone who works for you and your biggest fans, you must treat those people like kings. Thank them, reward them, recognize them, and reciprocate as much as you can. Because those people, they put you on the map, and you wouldn't be where you are if not for those people. I got a lot of really good feedback from the statement I put out this week earlier. And I just wanted to read one email I got because this really meant a lot to me. This came from Jonathan Cruz. He said, Cody, many thanks for the email. I was surprised when I started reading it and I realized it was actually you who had written the email. That personal touch is awesome, and all I can say is keep it up. I also have to tell you thanks for something else. Over the past month and a half, I've started reading the blogs and material of Chris Guillebeau, Rolf Potts, John Bardos, June Loiza, Tim Ferriss, and yourself. And he says he probably left a few others out. That's an awesome group of thought leaders to be included in a list with, so thank you, man. He says, all of you guys inspired me to finally hit the snooze button on my wandering and lost life, and to get up and take control of my life. A bunch of bad and stupid things had happened over the past 3 years, some of my doing, and others out of my control, that had led me to a life of paralysis, doing much of nothing. Just this past week, I packed up my car and left boring old Iowa for Boulder, Colorado, he says. I'm still apartment and job hunting, but for the first time in a long while, I can finally say I'm truly happy. I'm aiming all my energy and action towards building a location-independent life and doing my batches of traveling the world. So thanks again. You truly changed at least one life. Continue doing the great stuff you do, and hopefully we'll bump into each other one day on the road. Take care. That's from Jonathan. So, receiving emails and comments like that are really what keep me coming back to it day after day. They keep me coming back to the keyboard and fighting the good fight, and that makes all the difference. Thank you guys. Thanks to my true fans for all of your support. I'll be working with some really cool people in the next few weeks. We're gonna continue doing what we do. We're gonna try to build some community stuff where you guys can talk freely about whatever you want, about this digital nomad stuff, this lifestyle design, social media stuff, in authentic ways, and try to build a platform that you can use however you want to. So anyway, that's my message for today. Keep on doing what you guys do best. Keep hustling, keep crushing it, and I'll see you soon.